Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm James. We're here at the 2025 British Grand Prix. FP1 is currently on, and we've been lining up for you for the last few weeks, getting 5 of the most insane private cars in here for the weekend. We're the only people that's brought a collection like that. We're currently here in Escapade, which is the VIP hotspot for the British Grand Prix. I needn't say any more than looking out the window at the cars through Maggotts and Beckett's. While we're here at Escapade, what better way to start than with the TDF one? These cars are a race-used, original F1 car that we convert to make them usable, but in a client spec, in your spec, exactly how you want it. Whether you want it green, blue, pink, doesn't matter. Whether it wants to be like your favourite livery of F1 times gone by, this whole car is completely uncompromising in that respect, and we can get you out on circuit, and you can be enjoying the Grand Prix weekends in a place like Escapade with us, and then you can get out on circuit and go and give this what it should be, and give it death out on track. When I say every detail, I mean every detail. This customer handpicked everything on this car, whether it's streamlines on the wheels, whether it's the main body colour, even to the components under the engine cover that you can anodise and colour exactly as you want. Everything is completely transformed on this car and exactly how you as a client wants to own it. And that runs through all our business, whether that be here or TDF Works, especially when it comes to the chassis performance. Obviously we all come from a Formula 1 background. We work with top engineers to make sure that the car is tailored exactly to you when you're out on circuit, so you can make the absolute most of your day out driving your dream Formula 1 car. Moving on for TDF1, this is TDF Works. We're here with Kyra, who puts on these magic demos for us, where we get to come and play with the V10s, which you guys are always calling out for. So this is our 98 Minardi V10, client owned, and he's been here living the F1 experience. This car this weekend has just gone through quite a big rebuild and a refresh, so all the gearbox has been refreshed by us, and the guys back in the factory. So it's been great to set around and make sure all those things are running right. The owners had a great time out, reported no problems, and the data's all been looking really good. So no complaints from that. Things that people ask a lot when we're away is about this side of stuff, which is more Dean's side than mine. But we have to run with an old laptop due to the old systems on the car. Everything is 25 years old. It's all hard coded in Italian, so I've had to learn a bit of Italian. But this is all the original kit that the team would have used in period. And we stay plugged into the car at all times to be able to monitor all the systems pressures and temperatures, and that's why we have to fire up so many times during the day. So about 45 minutes between fire ups, and then we manage the car all the way until the driver gets in and we head to the pit lane. For us, we have to be really early in the morning to make sure we can get everything on preheat. So we're preheating water. We have to come in, flush the hydraulic system, which is also putting heat in there, but also to make sure that all the systems work, so throttles, etc., which we do with the off-car rig and also with this. And then once we've done all that and we're happy, we fill the air system, which is the air valves for the engine. Make sure we're happy with all the pressures, which are all shown on the screen here. So we've got all our oil pressures, which we have here, oil temperature, fuel temperature, we have air temperatures, fuel pressure, all our pressures for different systems, and our air pressure in the car. So we have to go through all of that and make sure we're happy, and once we're at a position where we're happy, we'll then do cranking for oil pressure and then crank to start. So it's not a 2-minute procedure. While everybody's sort of swarming into the circuit in the morning, we'll be busy here working away. Compared to normal, obviously there's only the 3 of us running this car, so in period they'd maybe had 8 or 9 guys, so it's a little bit different. And we still do all the same procedures, so we're still preheating the engine, looking after the oil, we've got all the air valve system tucked in here, batteries, keeping them all charged, we have to do hydraulic system flushes, and also interacting with all the crowd, which is great because we can get people around the car and be able to see a lot of the stuff that you can't normally see. Also for the owner, it's a great way to interact with the crowd and be out playing with his car on a Grand Prix weekend at what is a mega event. Next up, 2019. If you know us, you know about TDF, you've definitely seen this car. It's been everywhere this year. Pretty iconic, bright pink, can't miss it. If you've seen the documentary and stuff, it says a little bit more about it. But we're in some great company here with Zach Brown's FW11B, which is again another super iconic car. And sitting next to the Jim Clark car here, which I believe is a 64, just to see the differences between where we were 55 years ago and where the sport is, you know, as current as we can, is unbelievable. You know, these are so small, the aero, everything. But yeah, that's some good comments this weekend. And right, see what the next one is. EJ10, we're in a live paddock, so hopefully it's not too noisy. But when you think of Jordan, I think you think of either the 91 and the 7-Up car, or you think of this era car with the Buzz and Hornets livery, all the crazy things they were doing in and outside of the circuit. It's just such an iconic period and one that I grew up with in the sport. This car is currently in a show spec that we restored last year, but we're here obviously for the Eddie Jordan tribute. It's been such a great thing to do this weekend. We've had a lot of the old drivers here, a lot of the old team members, and to see this car all the way through down to the 91 has been pretty iconic, to be honest, and kind of hair-raising at times, just in thinking about all the stuff you remember as a kid and hearing a lot of people's stories. But yeah, having this car here to represent what Jordan was all about is pretty special for us. Right, leading on from this very special car, we have another Jordan here this weekend. So we'll have a little wander down this beautiful line of Jordans. Come on, Stevie, I'll let you through. So there's a 96 here this weekend. Again, the first look when they started to change to the gold and yellow liveries. And then the 95s. So we have a pair of 95s here this weekend. One is with us, which is this car here, which you may have seen on the channel before. We have another car with us, which is privately owned by another private owner. So this car in period did most of the races with Rubens in the car. It was the Monaco car. It finished second in Montreal, which again, quite an iconic race for them because they finished second and third. What makes today really special and this weekend is that the car next door, which is also just about finished and running, is the car that finished third with Eddie Irvine. Everybody asks us whether there's one or two of these cars because there are a pair. Steve, he's got his car here this weekend. Everyone sort of follows on the internet because he does a mega coverage of his rebuild that he's been doing. Our car is just a little bit behind, I'm sad to say, so you beat us to it a little bit. So obviously the reason we're here and you've been pushing to get this here is because it's for the Jordan tribute, it's been hard, sadly. But great collection of cars. I've been talking about them already. But how have you found it this weekend? There's been loads of Jordan.
Oh, it's been mega. Loads and loads of Jordan people. The interest has been phenomenal. You know, I think Jordan are that sort of kind of. It's a cult team almost. Yeah, you know, it's got its own following, and there's been hundreds of them, and the interest has been sky high.
Yeah, and they're iconic. I think when you see them all together now, you suddenly realise all those memories from period watching TV.
Absolutely.
Having both here this weekend, it's the first time since '95 they've been back together, and they did a lot of racing together in period. Yeah. But you got to go out in yours yesterday, so how was it?
It was good. It was a good run. First time since the engine's been built, so it's all a bit tentative, really. A couple of installation laps. Yeah, it ran really well. It was, considering.
Yeah, they can be a bit temperamental, can't
they? They can be very temperamental. It's massively temperamental on times.
And what about having both of them together for the first time? It's mega.
It is mega. And to be fair, they're both podium cars from Canada.
Yeah,
chassis
absolutely.
3 and 4. So yeah, it's really nice to see them back together. It's probably the first time they've been back together since.
Yeah, I reckon so. And they both did Monaco as well, slightly less successfully there, but they both raced there.
They both raced at Monaco, which is quite nice.
So plan from here is once as it's finished, hopefully we'll get together with Griff and we can get out and make some noise. The circuit's all over the place. Bring them out to the
run
crowd.
two together. I mean, to see one is good, but a pair of them is really good.
Pretty special.
Yeah, it will be special.
We've got one more fire up to go and then we're ready to head to the pit lane where we can get the driver in and do pretty much like you would see on the TV with the F1. Wheels on, driver in, final fire up and they head out onto circuit. We cannot wait to have more of these, so if anyone out there's got one or you want to come and do this, get in touch with us because we can run as many cars as you can see at these events. We want to get out there, make some noise, bring it to the crowd and give you that full F1 driver experience. We're just about getting sorted to pack up. It's been a mega weekend. You can see we've got all the Jordans down this side and we've got all the other cars this side. Kyra put on a mega event. They do this at a few Grand Prix a year. So they were in Imola, we're here, and then they're running to Spa and Monza. So all the pretty iconic races, and they do an amazing job of getting all these cars in one place. Bring all this infrastructure, we've got hospitality, we've got all these awnings are here for us supplied. So we just turn up, put our cars in. We've got the easy bit really. We bring our kit and everything is put on. So huge thanks to them and all the work they do with F1. And yeah, it's pretty much time to escape and going to pack up and head on for the next event. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody this weekend. I'm just going to go in here and clean the office out. But we finally managed to hit 500,000 views across all our channels, which is way beyond where we thought this was going to be, and so quickly. So massive thank you to everybody. We're going to keep bringing you this stuff, this behind the scenes footage of all the things we're doing. So please stay in touch, like, follow, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Big gutted to be leaving this event, but we're going to be back in next year and we've got plenty more to bring you on. So see you on the next one.